Remind me for next time, because I want Charles's genuine reaction. I remembered, don't ask me how or why, but as a tween, I had a framed picture of because I wrote to her and they sent me like a thank you packet. And one of them was a framed picture of and I need to bring that up randomly
Oh my
and
God.
organically and see Charles's reaction. But I need you to like, if I forget to do it next time, I need you to like hint at me.
Okay.
Do you understand?
What, cut this out or?
Yeah, cut this part out because I want to get Charles's real reaction. I just need to like, apropos of nothing, like Alexis in Schitt's Creek, just bring up, oh yeah, and like, how everybody had like a frame picture of because you wrote to her and got a personalized letter back. I don't think it was signed though. I don't think she actually signed it. So I'm sure her team.
Fucked.
Yeah, but they framed it. They sent it framed.
Oh my God. What a perfect place to start the podcast, except now I've got to cut it out.
I know, I'm so bad. Yeah. Would it be better if we just let it be you and me? It could be our special thing.
No, I agree with you. You need to see Charles's reaction.
Yeah, I really want. Okay.
I did have my first when ice cream last night. It was a passion fruit sorbet, but still.
You know what my favorite is of
what?
the Marionberry cheesecake.
Oh, that's what Charles had.
It's real good. That's my favorite. That's what I always get. Every now and then I'll sneak some to Doug where he's like, why is it taking you so long to get home? I'm like, no reason, I got lost. Went to Win.
You went to Ben. I'm
just right down the street from us. It's like 6th and 16th.
Yeah. Stop giving your address away on the podcast. We've been through this.
So security number is.
What a good point to start. Hi, I'm Christopher, and I'm not your mother.
I'm Reed, and can I just come in, please?
And this is Dirty Little Horror.
First of all, a podcast takes a lot of work, okay? You have to organize the guests, you have to do a Google Calendar, and you build a following. It takes a long fucking time, and I've been working on it for a while.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you. What have you done to him, you maniac?
Don't you ever raise your voice at me. I am your mother.
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
What's blood for? If not for shedding.
Look what you did to him.
Listen, asshole.
Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Dawn of the Dead, The Hills Have Eyes, Amityville Horror, Last House on the Left, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street, My Bloody Valentine, When a Stranger Calls, and Prom Night, Black Christmas, House of Wax, The Fog, Piranha. It's one of those, right? Right?
7 days.
Okay, so I've got good news and bad news, Reed.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is the mixing desk works a treat, and we all heard that perfectly.
Love that.
The bad news is the online recording system we're using to record this has no concept of the mixing desk because it's only picking up the microphone because I'm not recording holistically through the computer. So it's like, what you got going on there, bub? So I'm going to have to re-record these in when I edit. But
Jesus.
For now, at least we can hear it.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it beautifully. Do you know I'm starting to watch, I'm trying to go through the list of movies in our intro. Yeah. And I don't know when Kirby is listing out the films. I'm like, are these the originals or the remakes you're talking about? Because I watched specifically because she says it. I saw the 2006 When a Stranger Calls.
Oh, is that bad?
It's interesting. The main character is a bad actress, or at least in this, she's bad. But it's an interesting concept, and I do love the remakes of the Hammer films, partly because I'm just glad we're keeping this alive, and I'm glad that they're all bad. Or at least most of them. Because, like, the Haunting of...
Who the fuck's that?
Hill House? What? That Bang?
Camilla Bell.
Yeah. She was the little girl in Jurassic Park Lost World. Remember the one who gets killed by the little Comstock Nathus?
Yeah.
That's her.
Did you pronounce that Cumsuck on purpose?
Comstock Nathus? Yeah.
Comstock Nathus.
Mm-hmm.
Who is
I
this
think
Nathan? And when is he free next?
Comsec Nathis.
Hi, it's me, Come Suck Nathan.
That just sounds like a grinder profile, and
Oh, actually,
I'm not telling you how to set up your sniffies, but
No. Yeah, Come Suck Nathan. That's me. We should explain why it's just the two of us. No,
Charles
not
is just really quiet today.
Yeah, he's here with us right now. He just doesn't got a lot to say. We
He's
gave him
in
some
the room
taffy
with us.
before the episode started, and
Yeah.
he can't chew properly. No, look, we as I explained I put it in the Discord for our Patreon subscribers, all our general listeners were just in the dark. A mixture of my laptop deciding it's actually never heard of a mixing desk. And has never connected to one in its life. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't accuse me of things. And
How dare you ask me to compute a single number?
yeah. And the three of us just being in very different ways inundated with a bunch of what I call life admin. Just, it's such a trite phrase, but life got in the way. I hate that. I hate when people say that, but it's true that so much shit is going down. Not necessarily bad, just busyness. General busyness that we could not get it together to record, to the point where this episode, so last week it was a lost episode. It's such poor audio quality. It's from 2023.
Jesus. That's really weird to think like how long ago that really was.
I was still legally married and living in Australia. That's how long ago that was.
Wow.
And this week is just two of us, and we're in our own homes. We're recording remotely, hence the fuckery. So we hope you back on deck next week, but we're just scrambling as we can. And
you know what we're doing? Our best.
Which, yeah. I for one have experienced new depths of stress that I didn't know existed. Do you know what happened to me last week?
This is not your death?
No, this is additional too.
Okay, so this is an appendix, and this is like the Silmarillion before the death.
Yep. Yep. This is the Come Suck Nathan of my death.
Yes.
I got at the tender, youthful age of 44 Earth years, got my first cold sore because of stress.
Oh my God.
And had to be told that it was a cold sore. Thank God it was by Charles. So see, I'm keeping him in the episode even if he's not actually here.
Oh, there you go. Otherwise, you really thought that you had some alien disease that you were dying of?
No. I very confidently, I'm an idiot. I very confidently announced to Charles that I was having a little bit of discomfort because of this fucking pimple on my lip.
Yeah.
And he said, babe, lips don't have pores. You can't have a pimple on your lip. And I was like, then what's this? And he was like, do you want me to say what it is? And I said, I do not fucking have a cold sore. And he's like, So then I had a wee spiral about that. But yeah, I'm stressed. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We shouldn't be spiraling about that kind of shit because the only reason why we're concerned about that is because of our stupid society, our stupid puritanical values, and our, fear of disease.
Yeah. That night.
And it's it's a fucking cold sore. It's fine. You can literally get a thing for it at the pharmacy. It's good.
We met friend of the show, Blair, that night, Blair. And as we went to kiss hello, I was like, no, you can't. And I basically threw myself at his feet, apologizing. I'm so sorry. Do not kiss me hello. I told him the story. And waiting for this was never going to happen. But this is my brain, right? And like you said, we are idiots. Waiting for, I don't know, judgment, laughter, maybe mockery, even gentle or loving. Still, I was waiting for them. Ha ha. And all he said was, "Oh yeah, I always get them when I'm run down." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you get them too." Oh my God, I feel so much.
Thank God we don't live in the time where it's like I saw Goody Proctor talking with the devil and she got a cold sore. Like at least we're in a place where we can say, oh, well, there's medication for that. But there's still always there's so much stigma about the idea that how dare you have a body and how dare it be complicated and parts of it can go wrong because of invasive bacteria / viruses.
Yep.
It's not like that could happen to me. I am a mannequin made of various rubbers and plasticines.
The problem is, I think I was unnecessarily smug about it for a long time because I had heard, clearly erroneously, that while there's every chance, like we're talking like 70-80% of the population is exposed to the particular virus that gives you cold sores.
Right.
I had heard erroneously that if you didn't get one, if one didn't present itself on your face by the time you are 30, you might be immune to them presenting it. They might never present. And at the age of 32, I was in a musical. I was in a production of The Boy from Oz, where I played the lead, the title character's boyfriend, homosexuals.
No, you said it.
We had a kissing scene. And as the scene started, I noticed that he had a cold sore that he'd put tape over, which is the best you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, uh-oh. And we didn't speak about it. I would have liked a heads up, but whatever. We didn't talk about it. We just angled our way through the kiss, doing the best we could. And I was like, well, if I'm going to get one, I'm going to get one now. This is in 2012. So this is 13 years ago. And
it's like chicken pox,
right?
Like
one
I'm going to
never
get
came.
it. So
it never came. So then I spent the next 13 years being like, yeah, I think I'm just immune because I was fully exposed and I'm just one of those lucky ones.
Is my body just better than everyone else's?
Nobody just better?
Am I just like a superior, Kyle XY, perfect human?
Like what we all thought in between COVID becoming a thing and us getting COVID for the first time, that period where we all went, am I just better? My body is
immune?
Unstoppable.
Even though I've not come into contact with anyone and I'm wearing a mask, am I just like, I don't want to say this, but like, is my body superior? Because like, also I can eat dairy. So I might just be better than you.
I don't
know.
Yeah, it just doesn't affect me like that. I don't know.
Yeah, just whatever.
Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I
can eat gluten. It's like whatever.
How did you die this week, Reed?
Oh, do 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 da 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 da.
The Bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking.
Yes. Actually, no.
That's not right. No, that's you were doing Murder, She Wrote.
I know, and I was waiting for you to either figure it out or apparently embarrass yourself.
Embarrass myself
in front of ones of people.
Oh, the shame.
Yes, we have moved on from Reba.
Wait. Do not tell Tyson this. Do not tell him I got that wrong. He's the only person who likes Angela Lansbury as much as you do. It's crazy. Anyway, so
you get it. I'm better than you. No, originally my death was that we found Murder, She Wrote, and now that is stuck in my head and has replaced Reba. And in my worry about like who am I loyal to? And I just died in the melee between Angela Lansbury and Reba. Now my death is that
me
did not recognize.
Oh, come on.
Murder, She Wrote.
Oh.
And I was so shocked.
Oh.
That I died on the spot.
Hey, now I got there eventually. I wasn't even 3 strikes. It was a 1 strike. And the guess I picked.
You thought it was keeping up appearances.
Yeah, which is an upstanding, excellent choice.
Yeah, but wrong.
Yeah.
Is this secondhand embarrassment I'm getting? I don't know. But I died.
Do you know what's crazy is I have first-hand embarrassment for getting it wrong, but then I have third-hand embarrassment from you having second-hand embarrassment. So it's come all the way back around to me.
It's 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Yeah. I have exponential. I have the Fibonacci sequence of embarrassment.
Oh, it's like reverb.
Okay, but now I have a question for you. So if Murder, She Wrote has replaced Reba as your nights TV watching, how the fuck are you sleeping? As if you're falling asleep.
I have to put on a mask. I literally put on a sleep mask so that I do not watch the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, the first episode is a 2-parter. The first part is when it ends in like the costume party and she comes down in the little fairy gown.
And my brain is going like, oh my God, that's right. That character who was the plumber was in it for a little bit. And then we had the original sheriff, but then we got the second sheriff. And I'll just watch it. I'll just full on watch it. And then I look at the fashion and I'm just like, that is the most 1981 April JCPenney catalog outfit that I've ever seen. There are so many good colors on Jessica, but then she has these wonderful ascots. And then there are people with just hair choices. And like even the first episode, we're in an office for some kind of fish restaurant and they are making the poor receptionist wear like a sailor hat, but all the walls have these orange stripes going across them. And her nephew Grady, Grady is accused of espionage, corporate espionage. And so Jessica has to go to the city. And I was like, sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, they kept the same Grady. It's the same Grady throughout the whole show. And then I'm just like, why does that poor secretary have to wear a sailor hat in an outfit? Also, then they put Jessica in polka dots. Like, what is happening? And I had to put on a mask because I can't be loud. It's like a bird. Like if you put the sheet on the bird, they make it night. That's what happens when I put my earplugs in my eye mask on.
I have another question for you about Murder, She Wrote.
I'm all ears.
How much Murder, She Wrote do you think I've watched? Just by the way you went, her nephew Grady. I don't know who that is.
Oh my God.
Don't tell Tyson this.
I forgot that you and your grandmother don't have the best relationship.
Or any.
Because my grandmother lived near us, we would see her all the time. Well, my grandmother on my mother's side. Yeah. Like every other Sunday, I would be at her place and we would watch Murder, She Wrote together. While my siblings were like running around doing stuff, she and I watched Murder, She Wrote.
Ah. No, you know how we make jokes about how neither of us talk to our mother, and I haven't spoken to my mother since the end of 2023. I haven't spoken to my grandparents since 10 years before that.
Wow, good. So
my relationship was with my great-grandmother, but she died in 91. So, yeah, it's like I'm aware of Murder, She Wrote, Jessica Fletcher, Cabot Cove, and the way the show plays out, but I don't think I've really watched a lot of it.
I have watched much more.
I might try it as some nighttime. I've started doing a bit more nighttime watching again. Part of this period of stress and anxiety is making sleep a bit of an issue. I don't know if this is if an indictment of the show or positive reinforcement of the show, but I have found Friends to be perfect to put on and immediately roll over away from and fall asleep to.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, Ross is talking. Time to go to sleep.
No, and I say that it's very comforting. In fact, it's so comforting at one point I thought, is this too depressing because it reminds me of such a simpler time with me and like the world. But even like it's for me personally, it is better than Golden Girls because I have the same issue you have with Murder, She Wrote that I have that with Golden Girls or Designing Women, where I'm just like, oh, this episode's great. I'm gonna watch this one.
Yeah, I'll just watch this part.
Yeah, watch this part. Whereas with Friends, I do enjoy. I'm really enjoying it, but it's so much. I think it's because I've seen it so many times. I'm just be like, I don't need to watch this.
I used to do that where I would put on The Office was actually the perfect show for that, where I was just disengaged enough that I didn't want to actively watch it, but I didn't hate all the noises that were coming out of the TV, so I would keep it on. And Futurama is the one where I'm like, I've seen this so many times that I already know the joke, so I don't need to watch it, because also the jokes are so disjointed that it's kind of like, oh yeah, it becomes white noise.
My animation version is Bob's Burgers.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Without a doubt, that's good for sleeping too. However, it's currently on Disney plus Hulu, and not only fuck those guys because of recent activities, but they are the current streaming service on my TV doing you're not part of the households. Do you want to update or make your own account? I'm like, no.
We could add you as a household member for a little extra money. It'd be a real shame if someone were to come to your apartment and set it all on fire because you're streaming against our will.
Yeah, I'll just
maybe you give us a little protection money and we'll forget about all of this.
It's a protection racket.
Maybe this all goes away.
I'm not. Look, I'm not that strong a person. I'm not great at boycotts. But whatever streaming service is currently doing I don't drive. No. You're not part of the household. I'm like, cool. I'm just not going to watch anything on it. And if they all do that to me and I'm stuck watching Pluto TV and Freevee, so fucking be it. I'll watch shit on Tubi.
I think on Instagram there was one of those like, what is your sign? Like what streaming service is your sign? And I'm pretty sure your sign was like Tubi and Pluto.
Yep. Pluto
I'll believe
TV
it.
has an entire channel that's just playing Family Ties 24 hours a day. That is my fucking shit.
Oh my god. I've seen you do it. I remember.
Yeah.
Christopher, how did you die this week?
But Debbie, pastels. Pastels.
Pastels?
Yeah, for the sake of the audience, this is not a visual medium, please tell our dear listener what color my hair is right now.
It's like if you put your head into a cotton candy machine but pulled it out too early.
Yeah. So it is a pastely soft shade of pink, ever so slightly overlaid my already existing grey hair. I look like someone put a galah in a blender. The thing is, it was meant to be hot pink, and I will tell you what happened and why I've got really Debbie.
It's
pastels.
It's much more subtle than that because it's turning the gray hair that's not pink lavender.
It's
so you've got like a lavender pink. It's a vibe.
Yeah,
and as someone who is begrayed,
yeah.
I do not begrudge your pastels.
Yeah, it's a homeopathic pink. So,
oh yes.
So the main reason that I'm currently going through an intense period of stress, I won't give away too much information, but in a little while, next month, I have my green card interview.
Yay!
I'm not doing details because 1, ain't nobody's business. 2, I don't want to put a target on my back given the very left socio-political leanings of this podcast. And 3, I still subscribe kind of to the household witchcraft, don't speak things that haven't happened yet lest you curse yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the thing that's coming up that's got me all kinds of wound tight. I'm not sleeping properly. I'm not pooping properly. I got that fucking cold sore. I am every day I wake up to a new physical manifestation of this stress. Anyway, I had
another club. No sleep. Cold sore. Sore back. Another club.
Wait, not no poop. So much poop. That's too much poop talk. But so I had been talking for ages. I bought this months ago. The kind of hot pink washout hair color, the semi-permanent. It's gone in like 2 weeks.
The manic panic?
Kind of like that, but I just got it, whatever the generic version of that is. I haven't put it in yet. It's been sitting in my cupboard for weeks, and I was talking about it last night. And then I happened to get home at a relatively early hour and thought, you know what? I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do it now. I've got the time. And I've wanted it for ages, and I got my hair cut yesterday, so it's the perfect time to let's do it. Let's fucking do it. So got in the bathroom, took off my shirt, put the gloves on, put that shit in my hair, put it in the front, put it in the back, put it on the top, put it on the sides, did another extra layer just to make sure it was all swept in, combed it through, made sure it was all in, got it done, finished it up, set the timer for 30 minutes, took my gloves off. As that glove hit the bin, it suddenly occurred to me, you have a green card interview in 3 weeks, and I immediately jumped in the shower and washed my hair 5 times. Because I was like, oops, oopsie, oops, naughty baby did a no. Oh, off your in your pop, go, no, oops, I forgot. Yeah, fuck, nope, not yet. Oh, So,
were you worried the green card person was going to look at you and say, faggot? No.
Yeah. Honestly,
I can forgive
being a foreign, but I draw the line of faggotry.
You can forgive foreign?
Here's the thing. I'm going to lean in real close so I need to make this. I'm not taking any fucking chances given this climate.
Yeah.
But so anyway.
And it's like, I totally understand because like you might be the whitest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
But
I'm not taking any fucking chances.
I don't trust this for nothing. I don't trust this for shit.
So the conclusion is, and look, it's, so then I texted Charles and said, I just had a little Menti B crash out moment. And he said, what happened? And I explained to him what happened. And he immediately replied, are you done freaking out? Which is a very nice way for a friend to ask if you're doing okay. And I said, yes, I am now done freaking out. And he replied, good, because that aside, that's very funny. Which it is. I'm now.
It is actually very funny in the fact that it is funny on its own, but knowing like your lore, it's also funny because it is such a you thing to do.
It's also the quietest freak out I've ever had. of me just in the shower being like, oops, oopsie, oopsie daisy, oopsie doodles,
well,
oopsie.
It's very like, I just love the whole, like, I'm a strong, independent woman and I can dye my hair pink if I want to.
Mm-hmm. No, I can't. No,
10 seconds later. No, I can't. I'll ruin everything. They'll know. They'll find out.
Oh, no. So what I've learned, and for anyone
you
wondering,
literally have gay panic and panic pink.
Yep.
And manic panic pink.
Panic. If you want homeopathic pastel soft baby pink hair, get hot pink and then immediately wash it out.
Under duress.
Under duress. Yeah. Wash your hair 5 times.
There you go. And that is our beauty secret. And we are tapping the dye.
Hang on. I can do this.
Like,
hang on. Wait.
Yeah. First tap the dye, put it in your hair, then immediately freak out and run to the shower.
After we're done recording, I'm going to wash it again.
Scrub at it like you are a dirty, filthy baby that mama doesn't love.
That's exactly what I did.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 40 minutes. We're on track. Do you want to do a movie?
What movie are we doing? And whose fault is it?
It's a real piece of shit. And it's actually, you very cleverly split the blame because you gave me 2 to choose from. So while the movie suggestion came from you, I picked it. So really, no one's free of blame in this instance.
And no one's without sin.
No one's without sin. And just as an aside, when I press play on this trailer, which is about 46 seconds, I am going to run to the kitchen and grab a glass of water. So if I disappear off the camera, don't freak out. For better or for worse, Jesus, we are doing the 2025 movie Vicious.
Can I help you?
I don't know where
Ma'am, do you want to come in? Get out of the cold?
I'm sorry. It's so late.
Do you have your phone? I can call for you.
This house. It's a lot for a young woman. I'm gonna start.
What?
This will be for you now. You are going to die tonight.
What are you talking about?
Unless you give it what it wants.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
There's so much Foley in that.
Yeah, isn't there? And that's also a 2-minute trailer that I had to cut out after 36 seconds because no one deserves. Like, the trailer is as long and unbearable as the film is.
Honestly, we should have known by the trailer what the movie was going to be because it's very honest.
Yes, it is. Actually, very much like the movie, the trailer, like with visuals, the trailer starts strong. The trailer starts like, fuck yeah, this looks great. What's this about? This looks excellent. Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. They're wanging on a bit, aren't they?
It's confusing and I don't know what's happening, but it still looks cool.
I've stopped having fun.
Oh, nothing happens.
Ugh.
So it gives us a great idea of what the movie is.
It's like, it's from the writer of The Strangers. The synopsis is a stranger knocks on a person's door and fucks their life up. Like, it's the same premise again.
Yeah. But supernatural this time.
Okay, so how did you find this movie? What do you think of this movie, Reed?
I found this movie because I am that person who will just go through the horror section of like streaming and just be like, sure, why not? And this is eventually going to be my little thing for Patreon because I do watch a lot of movies that I don't suggest to you guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, sure, why not? How bad could it be? It's called Baghead. How bad could it be?
How bad could it be? Look, it's a good way to watch movies. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I do the exact same thing. And sometimes you end up watching... Yeah, sometimes you end up watching the... Oh, shit, I forgot the name of it. That's how much I didn't like it. Sometimes you watch something bad. Sometimes you watch a French spider film called Infested, and it's fucking great. So...
Oh, yeah, that is a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
this is also a written and directed by, and I do think that written and directed by the same person is either going to be really good or really bad. There is no in between.
Yeah. And this was a movie that was meant for cinema release and then got quietly dumped to streaming. And now we know why.
Because someone watched it who had power to distribute.
I'm trying to drink my water, fuck yeah.
Almost got him. Literally, somebody who had the power to stream and had taste watched this film and said, we're gonna put this on Prime.
Oh.
They need more content. This is content. That is the one thing you can say about this film. It is content.
As you described to me, it definitely has images and sound.
It has several images shown in rapid succession that give the illusion of movement and synchronized sound to go with it.
Yep. It has 2 excellent actresses.
And it does. That's the annoying thing is that I don't know who Dakota Fanning's agent is, and I'm hoping she's doing a Julianne Moore and is going to be in some amazing weird things later. But this girl has been acting since forever and has always been good at it. She's an actor. She's been an actor since she was a child and was an actor then and is an actor now.
I really hope the answer to what is Dakota Fanning doing, I hope the answer to that question is whatever the fuck she wants. Like you said, Julianne Moore style.
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
That's what I want for her.
Yeah, one of my favorite Letterboxd reviews for this movie was Dakota Fanning keeps picking the worst horror movies to be excellent in.
Yeah,
which is 100%.
I literally presented this to you as out of the 2 streaming Dakota Fanning movies that are disappointing, which would you like to see?
And I picked this one, and because the logline, which we might as well just jump into, is really good. The premise is great. It's just they don't do anything fucking with it.
What a good idea! But let's. This movie has a problem of a guy who did really well in his last movie was allowed to write and direct, and I think sometimes men need to be told no.
You can't all be Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, and I think I guarantee you almost that Mike Flanagan has some people who say, Mike, no. And then he moves on and does another thing. Yeah. Or while he's working on something, they're like, Mikey, no, not that.
There's no way that his wife, the beautiful and talented Kate Siegel, isn't on the reg being like, no, shut up.
Mikey, no, we're not doing that. You can have this one, but we're not doing that. And that's what I think some people need. You always need to have someone in your corner. Walt Disney had this. His brother Roy was like the financial brains. So like Disney World and Disneyland are incredible because Walt Disney had these ideas of like, let's do this. And then Roy was like, but money exists and physical limitations exist.
Right.
And then Disney had to be like, all right, fine. I guess I'll just invent a new way of doing things so that it's cheaper and easier.
You need a sounding board.
Yeah.
Or several.
And you need to have somebody who has like rubbery limits. And I think there are some people that don't have that and they end up making Drek. Steven Spielberg and Star Wars.
George Lucas.
I think the prequels and the whole like let's judge the original ones. Somebody Georgie boy. No. Let's not.
My question for you is why do the sounding boards of these creative geniuses, why do they have such condescending pet names for them?
Because Georgie they need it.
Mikey. Okay.
They need it. These guys need it.
All right.
They need to be taken down a peg. Hey, listen, Tiger. I know that you're doing a great job, and I'm so proud of you.
Come on, big guy.
So, this whole movie you're doing, Beau's Afraid. Have you considered making it make sense? Because Hereditary, great stuff, but and I know you're trying to do like a metaphor about what it's like to be the son of a Jewish mother. Have you considered making it make sense, though? Is that something we could do?
Have you considered that?
Is that something you thought of before you started writing? But here we are. Here we are with Vicious.
All right, do the log
Shall
line.
I begin?
Yeah,
all
fuck
right.
This shit.
All right, so first of all, spoiler warnings, this movie did not go to theaters.
No.
This movie went to streaming. It's on Paramount Plus. The logline is, in this psychological nightmare, a lonely woman must satisfy a cursed box's shifting demands, fighting to survive a night where voices, mirrors, and memory turn against her. All of these sound like good ideas. All these sound like fun. Individually, there are some great moments that I'm like, wow, what great ideas. Do you want to write a movie around that? No? Okay, cool. That's fine. We can just have great moments.
And what are you currently filming? No. I've seen the script. I'm asking you, do you want to write a movie about it? No, I know there's a script in your hands. Do you want to write a fucking movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you considered a 3-act structure, beginning, middle, end?
Nah? Okay, fuck me
No.
then, I guess.
Cool. No?
You
Cool.
want to get a second set of eyeballs on it? Nah?
Mm-mm. No. We're gonna get each scene as we film it. You know what? You're the boss. Love that for you. So glad that you have a film.
Do the content warning so we can get on with this shit.
All right. So this is a trypophobic nightmare character design.
Completely out of context too. No reason for it. There's nowhere else in the film. There is no reason for a spoiler for a child's face to suddenly develop lotus pod holes in it.
Mm-hmm. Or bug holes.
It is simply to be gross on screen, and it fucking pissed me off. I have very, very mild trypophobia. Trypophobia? Mm-hmm. Whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's how mild it is.
Trypophobia, I think.
Fear of holes. And for a lot of people, just let's drill down into it. It's not necessarily a phobia, as in so much it is in a animal instinct revulsion. It's in the same family as the uncanny valley. Something deep in our core says that's wrong.
Yep. Fortunately, it's not very well done.
You're right.
It falls in our rules where it looks like it was just superimposed on top.
Which it was.
But, just so you're warned, there is amputation, self-amputation.
Yep.
And it is the lesser of two lackluster Dakota Fanning straight-to-streaming films you've never heard of from 2025.
If I had a nickel for every time Dakota Fanning did a lackluster straight-to-streaming film in 2025, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's crazy it happened twice.
Those are your content warnings. And I appreciate that you know that joke.
Yep.
So proud of you.
Do you want to do the reader read?
Yep. So you all, we're not doing 3 parts to our reader read.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a reader read.
Got it. You ready?
Okay. All right. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Fucking.
Polly Gibbons, age 32, can't get her life together. She rents her sister's house for cheap, but it feels empty and wrong. She's behind on work, skips pottery classes she's paid for, and ignores her mother's calls about tomorrow's jobs interview. Late one night, a frail old woman knocks on her door, lost and shivering. Polly lets her in, only to watch the woman set down a black box with an hourglass and calmly say, "You're going to die tonight." She tells Polly to give it something you hate, something you need, and something you love, then vanishes into the cold. Soon, Polly's phone rings, her mother's voice warped and cruel. Lights flicker, mirrors distort, and her reflection moves on its own. Each offering she tries fails. When Polly runs to a neighbor for help, the woman slits her own throat as if controlled by something unseen. Alone again, Polly realizes the box won't accept lies. The sand inside begins to fall, and the haunting voices grow louder.
I've said this before about things you've written, and I'll say it again. No, I've also said it about things you've said about movies, trying to justify why a thing is bad. You've given this movie so much more credit than it deserves. You've written that really well.
You're saying I gave it things I hate, things I love, and things I need?
That's what you did. Yeah.
I honestly can feel that the movie started with that idea, where the guy had a dream and something said, something you want, something you love, something you need. Great idea. And then he just went running the opposite direction of something good.
Okay, for this, I'm going to quote Guardian film reviewer Benjamin Lee.
I love when you do that.
He said, I was just reading it before we started, and he wrote this, which I love. He talks about the premise is so loosely constructed. Here's the quote: "The threat is coming from where? The penalty for failure is what? The powers of the box go how far? It's hard to know what's happening and why we should care." That's exactly correct, because the setup is really, really intriguing. Old lady comes to your door. You're going to die tonight. Here's a box. You're going to die.
Literal mystery box.
Unless you give it something you hate, something you need, something you love. Great. Love it. I don't know why the movie's called Vicious. I guess because the box was already taken.
I am so tired. Yeah, because also the box is another premise with a box.
The Cameron Diaz movie, right?
Yeah. And that the premise is also interesting. I've never seen the movie, but I don't think it's very good. But I think the premise is interesting.
It's better than this.
Yeah, but like there is an interesting thing of like put in the box these things.
Yeah,
the box is like, no, I know what you really hate. I know what you really love. You're lying to me. Give me what I actually want, and I'm going to hurt you until you do it.
Yeah.
You know, I get that. That's great, but this movie doesn't pay up.
No, it doesn't. It also it
doesn't whip it out.
It doesn't.
It just talks about this. It says like 9.5 inches, but it doesn't show us anything. It won't show us compared to a shampoo bottle.
Like the 2025 movie Roofman. It shows us a scene in which Channing Tatum is completely naked, but at no point do they show us his dick.
So,
yep, great butt. Some dangly shadows from behind, but no actual.
And you know that it wasn't Channing Tatum that said no. It was somebody being like, we can't allow Channing Tatum's dick to be shown.
Actually, Charles was telling me a very funny. Channing Tatum was being interviewed, and he said that the director called him and said, "Hey, how do you want us to?" Because he was fully naked for this one scene. Hey, how do you want us to do this? Do you want us to like cut around your dick essentially? Do you want us to blur it out? Do you want us to make it? How do you want us to go through with this?
Black out your balls.
And Channing Tatum said he got really self-conscious. He was like, well, whatever you do, don't make it obvious. Like, don't make it look like I'm trying to hide it. They'll think there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
They'll think
that is always the joke is like when they do like the obvious, like, a knee up or something, it's like, oh, we get it. Your dick is not worth seeing. Got it. It's okay. It's fine. It happens to a lot of guys. You don't, not everybody's on camera. Not everyone's photogenic. Maybe he doesn't moisturize.
Except I wouldn't give a fuck because A, his butt just on its own, B, the rest of him, and C, the raw charisma emanating off him at all times.
His charisma stats are off the charts.
He is the universe's balance for Jared Leto. I've decided.
Oh my fucking God.
As much as Jared Leto is a charm vacuum, to make sure that there is homeostasis in the universe.
And nature abhors a vacuum.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, because Channing Tatum is a legitimate, honest golden retriever bucket of charm.
I love that, man.
And pecs.
And butt. And Roofman is a waste of time as a movie, but God, it's enjoyable. And the cast is incredible. And I think there's something about this story. It's a true story. I know we're not supposed. This is not even what the episode's about. I've gone off already. But can
you all tell me didn't like this movie?
There's so much goodwill to this story that all the real people from the real life story of Roofman either appear in the movie playing themselves or other characters, or they're in the credits at the end they show interviews and they talk about the real event. But also this is a movie that has Juno Temple, Lakeith Stanfield, Uzo Aduba, and Ben Mendelsohn.
And Peter Dinklage.
And Peter Dinklage. He's a larger role, but those four I named have maybe 5 lines each. These are quality actors that are in these tiny parts. This movie has so much goodwill in it that these great actors are playing these small roles. But Peter Dinklage as well, and then obviously Kirsten Dunst. Incredible.
Who is doing is there a word for a manic pixie dream girl who aged out of becoming a fridge woman and actually grew up into a person?
Not to keep quoting reviews, but there's someone wrote about her. There's one scene, because she's, a single mum in Charlotte, North Carolina, who works at a toy store.
Too hard and loves her kids and never stops.
They said she delivers her line in one scene, but also she plays that role with such effortless naturalism. It is almost impossible to believe this is the woman who's been doing big Hollywood films since she was 11. How do you know how to play a regular down-to-earth person from Charlotte, North Carolina?
Literally.
How are you doing that?
She pulls it off so incredibly. She can be a person. That has always been the thing. She plays, even in Interview with the Vampire, she plays who you would think a vampire who is 6 years old, but is a child. would be, while also being a fucking child.
Yeah.
She has always been able to embody, like, the virgin suicide. She really does embody what is it like to be a teenage girl who is like locked in her home and is not allowed to do anything and is being directed by Sofia Coppola. Like, she's just incredible. What if you were one of two girls that like got Richard Nixon in trouble? Like,
also, this is the last thing I'll say about Riffman. We will go back to Vicious. Kirsten Dunst in that movie, age appropriate for the lead.
Love it. Love that for her.
What a fresh change.
Fresh,
and they
fresh.
are great together. Anyway, so Vicious.
So going from a movie that is titled appropriately to the film to a movie that is like, why wasn't it just called something you
something you love,
sacrifice, or something you love?
One of those three things: something you need, something you love, something you hate. Any of those three things.
Something you hate. Honestly, if you called it something you hate, I would have been like, "What is this?" But Vicious,
Hourglass.
What?
Call it Hourglass.
Weird lady gave you a box.
Yeah.
A weird lady give me a box. Would have clicked on that immediately.
The Stranger. No, not that one. A different one. Like.
Yeah. In parentheses, I would have also clicked on that.
Fuck this movie. But again, I cannot stress enough how strong it starts. How if you read the description on Paramount Plus, when you go to the tile of it, you go, fuck, that sounds interesting. The movie starts strong. They lay it on a bit thick with explaining what a fuck up Polly is, but they also do it economically. They do it. They're showing, not telling.
They do a lot of really good, like, she's not paying her bills. She's not going to her pottery class. Her mom is trying to get her. She's a failure to launch kind of person. I really love her press on tattoos because they do have the hallmark of like I don't know, I'm in art school. I should get tattoos. I didn't think about it before I did it. Like, they do have that feeling.
I guess. I just think...
I love the art that's on the walls because they're not good. She's not a good art student, but it's also very art school. And the fact that she's in her 30s, I remember one of the thoughts I had, I was like, oh, thank God I didn't go to college until I was 25, but at least I didn't wait until I was 30. Because she is drawing at a competent freshman portfolio, entering into college level. Yeah. But the art she's making is very first year art student.
It's
I thought I was actually impressed by that. It was world building.
Yeah. It was. I just think from a filmmaking perspective, you didn't need to waste that time sticking tattoos on her every day. Because if you're going to give us clip art tattoos, but also she opens a bottle of wine the second she gets home.
So great. That was much better.
Ice cream from the punnet.
Mm-hmm. The sink full of dishes, and she rinsed out the wine glass.
I fucking get it. Also, fuck that scene. Because, and I'll tell you why.
Executive dysfunction if it was a person. Far
be it from me to get bogged down in minute details. Oh, you've just reminded me of something, actually. I made a note of this. Far be it from me to get bogged down in unnecessary details. Never. But you're showing me that she is a fuck up who doesn't keep her house clean. She has a sink entirely full of dishes. And the only thing she gets from that sink is the wine glass to rinse and then refill with wine. In the one shot where she picks up the wine glass out of the sink, that thing is spotless. Finish, dishwasher aid, that shit you put in it is
jet dried, done.
Jet dried. Yeah,
there were no lip prints. It should have had lip prints on it.
Because even if I use a glass that I've only drunk water out of, by the time I get it out of the sink, if I want to wash it off to use again, it's got a fingerprint, a lip print, it's got something on it. It is not.
And I'm just wearing chapstick. I'm not wearing like full like lipstick and liner and everything else.
Fuck that scene. That aside though, I got into this movie in this part at the beginning because it did read to me like, okay, I feel like I'm being personally attacked. This is ADHD, the movie. A bunch of messages on a machine telling her not to be a flake, not to forget this. We know what you're like. The sink full of dishes. She's kind of wandering around. She's lost and she can't get anything done.
And she just sits on the couch doing nothing. But she's also in this palatial house that they do explain.
Badly, but yes, they do explain it.
They ticked a box. But and it's a point where it's like every horror movie that's based in a house needs to have an inscrutably beautiful house with stained glass windows.
Mm.
And at least they were like, thanks for taking care of our summer home, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're renting it from us for cheap. You know?
Yeah, but this explanation is it's her sister's house. They've rented a house across town because they've got a daughter and want a bigger yard. And then at one point they show the outside of the house. It's like the Witches Museum in Salem. Like, you tell me that fucking thing doesn't have a yard, eat shit. Or if it doesn't have a yard, maybe one of the 17 bedrooms could be converted.
Yeah. It
Like,
does make it feel like they're like, well, she's taking care of the house on Skid Row. It's like,
right.
I've seen the living room. No, that is not a tract house.
I feel like, and look, if this is what happened, I can't really blame them. Fair enough. Sometimes you got to work with what you got. I feel like they found the location or they had access to this house and were like, this is perfect. It's beautiful. I want to make a movie in this house. How are we going to explain why a 32-year-old fuck up has this house? We'll figure it out. As we go. Well, I don't know. We'll figure something out. I don't give a shit. We'll tell them.
Dakota wants to know how we're going to figure it out. Just tell her, it's fine. Don't worry about it. She says it's cool.
Because for all my shit talk about why does this character have this house, it is indeed a beautiful location to film in. So fair enough.
And it is. That's the thing is it's part of making a movie is like, hey, you want to look at a pretty house while we're doing our movie, right? Then shut the fuck up.
But then
have you considered not being a little bitch?
Wait,
all the time?
Wait, the pendulum's swinging back, Reed.
Oh, no.
Also, you can't clean but one glass out of your sink full of dirty dishes, but you can light and maintain a fire? Suck my dick. That is the hardest. That is bullshit.
You know how I feel about Unattended Flame?
Well, she was attending it. She was there in the room.
Yeah. But it still has that, like, I guess in this film, I was like, she's not the one lighting that. Who's lighting this fire?
Maybe it's one of those, like, one of those gas fires with the fake logs. You just go, turn the tap and it...
it just goes, hee.
Anyway, okay, yeah. So she's in a beautiful house. She's got a sink full of dishes, whatever, glass of wine. Old lady comes to the door. Seems nice, suddenly turns, goes, this box is yours now, puts down an hourglass. You need to give this box something you hate, something you need, and something you love. And if you lie, we will know about it.
And what a great setup.
Great.
It's like poetry. The something you how does it start? It's something you
hate, something you need,
something you love.
Because she tries to put cigarettes in it.
Because everyone hates that she smokes cigarettes, but she doesn't hate it.
She doesn't hate it.
And that's the whole thing, is that it's not something you should hate. It's something you do hate.
You hate.
Something and I do, it has a little bit of therapy. Like a therapist is saying, all right, no, that's not true. What is the real thing you hate? And I did watch this movie a little bit being like, oh, wow. What if therapists could like make you cut your own finger off? You know, but can we talk about the lady just for a second?
Sure.
Because she's very Zelda Rubinstein in that, like, she deserves better than everything she's ever gotten. Sure. And she's always in things. I'm looking right now, and she is acting in Shakespeare. She's doing so much work. She is just like doing wild stuff. And I'm trying to see, she was in Poor Things. She was in Megalopolis. She was in Vicious. She was in Hedda. Tale of Tales. Did you ever watch that one?
No.
Where it's like a series of fairy tales. That was really good. She is one of I think the sisters. She's just such a good, interesting actor. And you know that Hollywood said, you look old.
You can be creepy.
No way.
Isn't she in the Brandy Poop movie?
What is that?
The Front Room?
Did I miss it? The front. Oh, there it is. It is.
I think she's the lady.
Oh, she's the lady shitty on the front porch.
Pooping lady. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I love seeing actresses with a capital A. And I love character actresses with a capital C and a capital A. And when I saw her on screen, I was like, I don't know you, but I want to know you. She had a weapons vibe.
Yeah, I actually thought that was her for a second.
I did for a little second. I had a little vibe of her. She gives me Rosemary's Baby, Mrs. Castaneda vibes.
Sure.
And I'm always gonna love that because like they could have tricked me with just Dakota Fanning in Something You Hate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they tricked me with Dakota Fanning in a horror movie, even
yeah.
though I had seen Dakota Fanning in another horror movie.
Yeah,
and both are they don't work.
Yep.
But they were like, "Hey, Dakota Fanning's in another one. She's gonna act her ass off. You want to see? Huh?
Actually, that reminds me. I saw a trailer this morning that basically was like, "Hey, remember that time Rachel McAdams was in a thriller where she's on a plane and things get fucked up in 2005? Okay, what if we did it again 20 years later?" And it looks great. It's called Send Help, I think. Anyway,
they're always gonna get me. That's the thing is, they're just gonna be like, "Hey, you want to see a bad movie with an actress, capital A, in it?" Like,
it's got a lady. All right, I'm in. Let's do the creator read so we can talk about the. Okay, partly so we can get this over and fucking done with, but partly so we can get to the part about the putting shit in the box. Not literal shit.
Cutting things off and then putting shit in the box?
Yeah. Which has the one story, one hint of twist that I enjoyed. The one like, that's clever. But anyway, whatever the fuck. Okay. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. The box forces truth through pain. Need costs her a toe and a finger. Hate becomes her father's crucifix, a symbol of faith she lost when cancer took him. The voices trick her into believing her sister Lainey and niece Allie are dead, pushing her towards madness. Then they reappear alive, but the curse doesn't end. Allie's hair satisfies love, and still the sand runs. Convinced the only escape is to pass it on, Polly brings the box to a young woman named Tara, repeating the same grim words she once heard. The old lady returns, mutilated and desperate, warning that the box chooses the broken and feeds on fear. Polly refuses to play anymore and lets the last grain fall. Morning comes. The neighbor is alive, Allie is safe, and Polly, bleeding and shaken, walks away as her phone buzzes unanswered. Across the street, Tara stares at blood on her walls and whispers new rules. Tell no one, trust no one, listen to no one. The box waits, ready for the next lost soul. Again, you've given them too much credit. You even edited an on-screen thing to try and make it sound better than it actually did. Because what it actually says on that wall is tell no one, trust no one, listen to no one, she lies.
Yeah, and I'm like, that breaks the pattern. Get it together, Dora.
And you're right. There are new rules because the last word spoken in this movie, because I just watched it the end bit a second time. What Tara has to put in the box is something you want.
And it's like, I get that it's a metaphor for something, and I get that it's attempting to be a metaphor.
No, I'm not letting off the hook. A metaphor for what?
I am assuming it's a metaphor for like being neurodivergent.
Fuck, this is barely a metaphor. That is a meta 2.5.
You can feel the director and writer is trying to do something.
Yes.
The problem is that it makes sense to him, but he didn't beta test it with anyone before he just went off with it.
Yeah.
And Dakota Fanning is like, well, the director gave me these words. I'm sure it'll work out in the end. I am an actor, so I'm going to do my job, which is to act my ass off with the words provided.
I hope she had fun.
And she does. And then she's like, she probably looks at the final finished film, but like, what the fuck did he do?
And again, like all the bits, there are bits on screen that look great. All the mirror work, even though mirror work is played out at this point.
Yeah,
it's done really well.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror. He's asking me to change his ways.
It's done well. It's nice to look at. But anyway, okay. So the box, something she hates. She tries the cigarettes. It doesn't work. She ends up revealing that we find out because she gets a phone call from her dad, and she's like, "No, wait, you died." She puts the
oh my god, you're dead. As you know, you're my father, and you're dead.
Crucifix goes in the box. That seems to work. So the box it accepts the gift if you know it's accepted. If when you open the box again, it's empty.
Yeah.
So the crucifix works fine. Whatever the fuck. Something you need. Okay. So something you need. First of all, she gets on quite ably, like it's ableist to even say that, but she gets by without her finger and her toe. So I question how much she needed either of those things, but whatever.
My thing is like, why is something you need literally the first thing we go to? We don't go to like a DVD of Will and Grace. We don't go to Ambien. We don't go to your self-help books. We immediately go to a finger.
Yeah,
she immediately has pruning shears and a finger.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, well, all right, I understand that films have to like move, but why did we go straight from crucifix to finger?
Because if you're telling me I'm going to put something in that box that I need,
a finger off of my hand,
my phone's going in first. That's going to cause me way more damage than my finger.
I am very precious about my fingers, and I don't understand why her immediate reaction would be, well, you wanted a crucifix, so I guess obviously the next thing is taking off a fucking pinky finger.
Well, here's the part about the bit of the movie I did kind of like. She gets the idea that it's a toe because the TV springs to life, and it's her niece, Allie, playing a creepy game of this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed home, and they keep focusing on the piggies. She points at the big toe, points at the second toe, points at the third toe, this little piggy, this little piggy, this little piggy, and then it cuts in with Allie covered in blood, Allie screaming at the TV, and that's how...
It's very The Ring, like, student film.
And that's how Polly gets the notion, okay, it wants a toe. So she cuts off her pinky toe.
And she'd already cut off a finger.
No, she cuts the pinky toe first.
Oh, I thought she cut the finger off first.
She cuts the pinky toe off, puts it in the box. The box doesn't...
It's been like 5 days since I've seen it, so my brain is purged.
So she cuts off a pinky toe, puts the toe in the box. The box doesn't take the toe. She opens it because the sand keeps running out in the hourglass. She's like, fuck, opens the box, the toe's still there, spins back at the TV and screams, but like, what the fuck? I cut off my fucking toe. What do you want? And then it cuts back to this little piggy. And this time the camera keeps zooming in on the finger, this little piggy, this little piggy. This little piggy. And that I was like, oh, that's Trixie. I enjoy that. Also, she looks at the mirror, and the mirror version of herself is holding up a hand with a severed finger. So,
and the old lady had a missing finger too. So
yeah. So again, that doesn't mean that the finger thing makes sense. I just like in that the way that bit plays out, where it goes from toe to finger. And yes, the video did show you didn't need to cut off your toe. It's very Taskmaster. Everything you need is in the task. Like, we showed you the finger. You chose to focus on the toe. That's on you, bitch.
Yeah. They're like, thank you for the donation of the toe, but we would really like the finger.
Also, why? Maybe the pinky toe, maybe, but who the fuck is trying to cut off their own finger with a pair of secateurs? Also, fun fact: Australians call pruning shears secateurs. Why? No idea. Sometimes we get real fancy and borrow French words.
Fucking Australians.
I know.
But no, I remember just being like, there's a casualness to cutting off a digit that I was already like, I'm sorry, you haven't earned this. Like, you haven't earned one digit, let alone a second digit.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
The film has not convinced me that she is cornered enough to cut off parts of her body.
Twice. 2 bites of that same cherry, get shit, get fucked. But also, again, like, we just saw this in The Ugly Stepsister. If you're going to cut off a finger, you need a cleaver, you need a swift motion, and you need gravity. There is no way you are squeezing your own finger off.
You need a reason. And Ugly Stepsister has a good reason for cutting off all those toes.
Also, yeah, exactly.
Whereas this movie, it's a vague, like, I would like a thing, and she's like, well, I could give you my Tamagotchi, but I'll cut off a toe just in case.
Also, secateurs cut the same way that paper guillotines cut. It is not sharp on sharp. It is corner on pressure. Yeah, it is pressure. It is not cutting. So no
she would have
point
made it halfway into the skin and then stopped.
Exactly.
Whereas Ugly Stepsister was like hammer down. The motion is already happening. Whereas with holding pruning shears, you would stop the moment your skin said "owie." You're not even getting to bone. Hell, you're not getting to tendon. You made it through the first 2 layers of skin.
Yeah. Also,
Dakota Fanning.
She does a toe and then hobbles to the kitchen to get the first aid kit. You didn't think to get that first?
No, I like that you brought that up because I was very mad about how she was like, we didn't think to sanitize this. We didn't set up anything. We weren't ready. We knew we were cutting off our toe. We didn't have all the supplies we would need right beside us. You were cutting off a fucking toe. This is not a skin tag.
No.
This is not you're not cutting bangs. You are cutting a toe.
If a magic box is telling me I have to cut off my own toe or finger and there is an hourglass rapidly running out of sand, there's a 75% chance that sand will just run out while I am paralyzed with indecision. I'm just going to go, you know what? You do it. I'm going to let that sand run out. Fuck you.
You know what? I can't even decide what to do for dinner, let alone if I need to cut off my toe.
100%. Get fucked with this fucking saw bullshit.
Yeah. That's the thing is the box is being saw without making it.
But why?
Clear.
Why?
At least Saw says, "Hey, you need to get yourself out of this reverse bear trap."
Yeah, but you were a shit in your life. Here's why. Here's what you've done that's that is terribly shitty. Fix yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm on the spectrum. I'm going to need you to clearly spell out what I need to do. I can't have vague that. I think when I first saw it, I was like, "Why did you assume what they said meant toe?" And I was like, "Oh, you're neurotypical, so you understand what people mean when they say things." Whereas I would have been like, "I don't know. Am I supposed to I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Please explain to me what you want from me."
So it's in the creed read that the old lady explains to Polly that the box chooses the broken and feeds on fear. Okay, well, that's exceptionally cruel. Why? That's fucked. That's fucked. Why? I hate that. I hate that shit. It's one of the reasons I hate the movie Bring Her Back. I hate people who are already suffering being made to suffer more because the evil entity or whatever it is picks the suffering. The randomness of the strangers where they attack someone simply because they entered the door. Sure, that's got more. That's a bit more random, a bit more shot in the dark. It's still very cruel, but I can get on board with it. But this entity, whatever it is, yeah. But this thing seeking out people who are already suffering and making them suffer more, and there's no redemption. Even Jigsaw was like, if you survive this, you will appreciate your life more, and you won't do that shit again. There is something of you could argue, something of a gift at the end if you survive. Mm-hmm. This is just like
reward.
Fuck you. Cut off your finger.
Have
bitch.
You considered you suck and you should be dead?
Yeah, exactly. Hate that.
That's what this thing is doing. And it's like the only thing you get out of it is, oh wow, I really do suck. And I also reminded people near me that they also suck.
Yeah.
I passed on the idea that life is terrible and an ordeal that you should just give up on. So glad that I have my niece's hair in a box.
Yeah. Yeah, that exactly. Okay, so we agree. This movie sucks.
Yeah. So we're sitting here watching this movie, and I am like, "What the fuck is happening?" And so that's why I gave you, because Dakota Fanning has been in 2 direct-to-streaming, weird, nonsensical movies that kind of don't make sense at the end. And I said, would you like the one with fairies or the one with the box?
And I chose the box.
Yeah, because who knows what could be in the box?
Bullshit.
Yeah. Whereas I will contend that the other bad one with maybe fairies is actually better.
Maybe fairies. You're not selling it well, but...
Yeah. So I would say this movie I'm very glad that it's on streaming. It was much more. If I had to see this in theaters, I would be very annoyed because even if I didn't spend money to see it in theaters, there's something about having to watch it without distraction that makes it intolerable.
Yeah, I agree. To really drive this point home, I would watch Kiss of the Spider Woman again before I would watch this again.
Wow, and that one doesn't even have like all the full outfits.
Exactly. Not even wearing a velvet cape when she sings in her velvet cape or whatever. Would Leslie Ann Warren survive in this film universe?
Yes, because she'd be the mother. And the mother makes it.
Sure, yeah, all right.
And Leslie Ann Warren would know how to be like the bitchy mom that's like disappointing you while it also being like, is this really my fault or do you just have unfair expectations? But also, I should meet those expectations because you're Leslie Ann Warren.
Yeah.
Would Kylie Minogue survive in this film universe?
I'm going to say yes because I don't think she'd immediately jump to finger or toe.
Yeah, I really feel like she knows that dancing, you need to have a pinky toe. And you need to have your fingers, like, digits are important in dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut off her extensions.
Our randomly generated diva this week would Halle Berry. Halle Berry. I'm going to say no.
No, because this movie would absolutely try to reform itself around her to be like an Oscar bait thing. And she would die, but she'd also at the very end be like a ghost for the next person.
Yeah, whenever Halle Berry is in a horror movie or a thriller movie with a gothic horror bent, she does not fare well.
No, she doesn't do great.
She does not live. So I think based on prior history, her track record suggests she wouldn't make it out of this in one piece.
She'd be the old lady coming up to the next person being like, something you want, something you need, something you hate.
Yeah.
And then she'd like wither away and die.
Yeah. I can't think of, there's Gothica and there's Never Let Go. That's
well, even Catwoman has a little bit of the horror vibe.
Yeah, she dies. I keep thinking of, no, that's Kazuo Ishiguro, Never Let Me Go. It's the other one. Fuck. Halle Berry house rope movie. Never Let
Go.
Okay, it's the same as Never Let Me Go with the me not in it.
Yeah, it's like if you had Liddy, Who's the Bitch in Our Yard, with A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Bird Box.
See, I liked Bird Box.
I did too.
And I liked Never Let Go more than I liked Who's That Bitch in Our Front Yard.
I liked a lot of things more than who the fuck is that bitch in our front yard?
Fuck is that bitch in our front yard?
Why shoot our grass? We have to cover that at some point. Okay.
What? Which one?
So,
bitch in our grass? We did, didn't we?
No, we kind of covered in passing.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. We never actually covered it full on.
I don't want to. If we haven't done it, I can't remember.
We didn't look her in the face.
I don't want to debate.
I'm like, I want the bitch on the chair to have another movie that's better.
Yep.
I don't want her. I like her as a character. I'm like, she's like Freddy. I'm like, you could do so much more if you weren't like tormenting this one woman.
I agree.
On her yard,
Evil Dead style. Just make the movie again, but better, and call it the woman in the yard too.
Yeah, same actor, same character design, more of her.
Yeah,
more of the lady in the yard. All right.
Okay, I think we're done. Also, we have no emails or Patreons because that's Charles's domain.
And he is sitting in the corner silent. So obviously he's not going to read us anything.
Yep, he's in the corner watching us kiss her. Oh. So I think we're just going to wrap it up.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
Sorry. But also, you're welcome. This is a bad movie. And
please watch this movie so you know how much we suffered.
Please watch the movie. Yeah, you come and
enjoy
it.
Do it.
Chuck it on, have a watch, and be like, "Oh no, they were right. This is garbage."
Join us.
Yeah,
and then write to GoToFending and be like, "Hey, could you pick better movies? Because I still want to watch you in things."
Turn on your TV and put on your TV something you need, something you love, and something you hate. Spoiler: the something you hate is this movie. you can find everything you need for this podcast at dirtyhorrorpod.com. We have all our episodes, old ones, new ones. You can write to us via form submission. And when Charles is here, we'll read them. You can get a link to our Patreon where you can support us if you feel so inclined. As we have said intimately in the past, I haven't said it for a while, but in a quest to not be the Amanda Palmer style of Patreon haver, if you ever need to downgrade or cancel your support of us, do it without hesitation.
Absolutely.
If it's because you're sick of us or for financial reasons, whatever the reason being, if you don't want to, don't do it. But if you do want to, please do. Yeah.
We appreciate tips, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you can find Charles, not in this episode, but elsewhere, at Charles Rockhill.
ROCKHILO.
Thank you for jumping in. You can find Reed at Reed Black Comics
on Instagram.
And you can find me at Chrysopotamia. This has been 2/3 of Dirty Little Horror. Until next week,
try not to die.